Good morning, student. Today I'm going to teach you a new lesson in the Kingdom of Fools written by A.K. Ramanujan. Now, children, this is an entertaining story. You will really enjoy it when I will explain you. And let me tell you something about the writer. Now, A.K. Ramanujan full name was Attipate Krishna Swami Ramanujan, and he was born on 16 March 1929. He was also known by the name of A.K. Ramanujan. He was an Indian poet and scholar of Indian literature who wrote both in English and Kannada. Ramanujan was a poet, scholar, philologist, folklorist, translator, and playwright. Recipient of MacArthur Fellowship, Sahitya Academy Award, and Padma Shri. So he was honored with these three awards. First, Sahitya Academy Award, and then MacArthur Fellowship, and of course the most important one is the Padma Shri. So this whole lesson is a Kannada folk tale actually, and we will read when you will enjoy when I will explain you this lesson. And children, the theme is very simple. The theme is that it is believed that a fool is more dangerous than a cruel person. His foolishness can bring about major calamities. The story is based on the theme that it requires patience and wisdom to handle people who choose to be foolish. Okay, so what is the theme of the lesson? That it requires patience and wisdom to handle people who choose to be foolish. Now let me give you the background of the story. A guru and his disciple visit a kingdom. They are surprised to find the whole kingdom asleep during the day. Both of them understand that people were following the instruction of the king. The guru, being a wise man, decides to leave the place as he realizes the dangers of staying in the kingdom of fools. The guru leaves the city, but the disciple stays behind to eat and be merry. A very unfortunate incident happens in the kingdom. In the process of awarding justice to the victim, the king commits one foolish act after another, and untimely the punishment is given to the disciple. Now the guru he know about it, and he returned to save the life of his disciple. The foolish king and his minister fall into the trap set by the guru. Eventually the guru and his disciple take over as a king and minister, and then they restore the normal situation in the whole kingdom. So in this lesson we will read the story of guru and disciple. And the disciple did not want to go from the kingdom. Guru told him that you don't stay, otherwise you will be in trouble, but the disciple doesn't listen it. Okay, finally what happened? Now children, I have divided the whole part of the story into nine parts, in fact 10 parts. Okay, and one by one I will read the background of those parts. I will tell about the background of the lesson. First, the kingdom of fools. It is the kingdom of fools. The king and the minister were idiots. They ordered all things to be reversed. They decided to change night into day and day into night. Now children, they were so foolish that they had started challenging the nature. What they did, they decided that the whole night will be changed into day and day into night. How? They ordered people to do day's work in night and sleep in the day. Anyone not obeying was to be punished with death. So people out of fear did as they were asked to do. This delighted the king and the minister. Now children, the people were following order not because they were following from their own willingness, but since it was the order of the king and they know that they will not do it, they would be killed. And the king and the minister, they were very happy. They were delighted when they saw the people are doing accordingly. A guru and disciple see the city. Now children, once a guru and his disciple visit the city, they found everyone asleep during the day. No activity was observed. It was amazing. Whole evening they wondered. Then the people woke up. They started doing their nightly business. Now the two were hungry. They bought some food item. The price of everything was same, a single doodoo. This surprised and delighted them. The Guru realized that it was really a kingdom of fools. Now Guru leaves the city, but disciple remains behind. The Guru decided to leave the city of fools. He asked his disciple also to leave the place. But the disciple did not want to do so for cheap food. He knew that he will never get anything in single doodoo anywhere. So he was very fond of food, and just for the sake of cheap food he stayed there. The Guru advised the disciple that nothing could be predicted of fool, but the disciple did not listen, did not care about his Guru. He remained behind. Time passed on. The disciple ate to his full and became very fat. Now children, after some time a thief broke into a rich merchant's house. So one day a thief broke into a rich merchant's house. As he was taking out of the stolen things, the wall of the old house fell on his head. He was killed. The brother of the thief complained to the king about his death. He blamed the owner of the house for his brother's death. The owner is summoned. His summoned means called. The king heard the accused. He accused him of killing the thief. But the owner said that he was innocent. He said that the person who built the wall was responsible. He did not make the good wall. The king decided to summon the bricklayer. Now children, the bricklayer was asked that if he had built the wall. He accused him of killing the thief. Before the king could order his death, the bricklayer pleaded innocence. He told the king that he could not concentrate his mind while building the wall because a dancing girl moved in the street, so she was responsible for it. The king charged the dancing girl of killing the thief. The dancing girl said that the goldsmith was responsible for it. She had given some gold to him for making some jewelry for her. He was lazy. He did not make the jewelry early, so she had to walk up and down the street. So it was the goldsmith's fault. Now, goldsmith was also ordered to summon. He was also called. He was also ordered to summon at the king courts. The goldsmith replied that he had to make jewelry for the wedding in the rich man's house, so he could not finish the jewelry of the dancing girl in time. Now the rich man is called before the king. The king declared the rich man to be the murderer. He was also the owner of that house, but he said that his father had ordered the jewelry. The king consulted his minister. He decided that the owner be punished in his father's place. The king asked for a new stake to be made ready for the owner to die, but the owner was very thin. He could not be executed. The king was worried about it. Then he ordered to search a man who was fit to the stake. He should be executed. The disciple is in trouble. The disciple was found fit for the stake. He was brought to the place of execution. The disciple now remembered his wise Guru's word. What he remembered? He told that you might be in trouble anytime. So he prayed to his Guru. The Guru had magic power to see the past and the future. He saw everything. He arrived at once to save his disciple. He told his disciple something in a low voice. The disciple understood this. Now children, the Guru had made a plan to save his disciple. The Guru and the disciple now started fighting. The king asked the Guru why he wanted to die. The Guru told the king in his ear that they had not found a city or a king like him. This was the stake of God of justice. The stake was new. It was never used earlier on criminals. Whoever died on it first would be born as a king. Whoever died next would be born as minister. Now children, the king here decided to die. The king thought over the whole case. He did not want to lose the kingdom in his next birth also. So he talked to his minister. The king said if they want on a stake themselves, they would be reborn as king and minister again. The king and the minister went secretly to the prison. They released the guru and the disciple. They put themselves in their places. So they were taken to the stake and executed. The guru and the disciple became the king and the minister. The bodies of the king and the minister were taken down. The people mourned. They discussed the future of the kingdom. Suddenly, some people thought of the guru and the disciple. They were secretly leaving the city. People saw them. They requested them to be their new king and the minister. But they put one condition. It was to change all the old laws. So they changed the law, and the people were happy. The disciple was saved. The king was executed, and hence the story is entertaining also, and it has a happy ending also. Okay, so now the background of the story has been explained to you. About the author I have already discussed with you, and this is a folk tale from Kannada. This is a Kannada story. So now I will be doing the explanation part of the story. I will be reading the paragraphs and I will be explaining you. In the kingdom of fools. In the kingdom of fools, both the king and the minister were idiots. They did not want to run things like other king. So they decided to change night into day and day into night. So what happened in the kingdom of fools? That the king was very foolish, and they want to change something. They wanted their kingdom should have something new. They did not want to run like the kingdom like the other kings and ministers were running. Okay, so they decided to change night into day and day into night. They ordered that everyone should be awake at night till their fields and run their business only after dark. Now children, all the farmers get up in the morning and they go to their field, but here the condition was just opposite. As it was the order from the king, they told that to the farmers that you will plow your field after sunset only, at the night only, and the businessmen will run their business at night and go to bed as soon as the sun came up. But and during the time when the sun rises there, you all will go to bed. Anyone who disobeyed would be punished with death. Now he is telling that anybody who will disobey him, he will be punished with death. Now the two men were hungry. Now that the shop were open, now I was here, they would be punished with death. The people did as they were told for fear of death. The king and the minister were delighted at the success of their project. Now children, the people started doing this because they were very fearful. If they will not follow the king orders, they would die. So they did this because so they followed the king's order. If they will not follow, they will be punished and they would be put to death. The king and the minister were delighted at the success of their project. Now the king and the minister, they were very much happy. They thought that how nice is it that they should they are dealing with the people, and the people are so scared with them, so that they were happy with their powers. The king and the minister were delighted at the success of their project. One day a guru and his disciple arrived in the city. Now children, what happened? A guru was there and a disciple was there. They had arrived in the city of fools. It was a beautiful city. It was broad daylight, but there was no one about. Now children, they entered the city. It was a beautiful city. Okay, but when they entered the city, what did they found? That the whole everybody was sleeping. Nobody woke up, though there was a sunrise. Everybody was asleep. Not a mouse was stirring stirring. Even the cattle had been taught to sleep by day. Even the cattle were sleeping during daytime. The two strangers were amazed by what they saw around them and wandered around town till evening. Now, children, they went here and there till evening. When suddenly the whole town woke up and went about its nightly business. And suddenly, children, at night the whole town woke up and they started doing work. Whatever the businessmen had started doing the business. The farmer went to the field, the children went to the school. Okay, the two men were hungry. Now that the shop were open, now children, whole day they were moving here to there. Now the two men, that means the disciple and the guru, they were very hungry, so they went to shop to eat something. Now that the shop were open, they went to buy some groceries. Now children, when they have seen the shops were open, they went to buy some groceries. To their astonishment, they found that everything cost the same, a single doodoo. Now children, they were very much surprised. Astonished means surprised, that whatever was the cost of anything, whether big or small, whether anything you will take, and the cost of everything was single doodoo. Doodoo is the currency of that kingdom, the kingdom of fools. Whether they bought a measure of rice or a bunch of banana. So bunch of banana also used to cost one doodoo, and children, measure of rice also used to cost one doodoo. It cost a doodoo. The guru and his disciple were delighted. They had never heard of anything like this. They could buy all the food they wanted for a rupee. Now children, they were very happy. Whatever they feel like buying, sweets, curds, anything, okay, fruits, it used to come only for one doodoo. So both the disciple and the guru were very happy. When they had cooked and eaten, the guru realized that this was a kingdom of fools and it would not be a good idea for them to stay there. Now children, when they had eaten, when they had decided that they would be eating, okay, so what happened? The guru suddenly realized, guru was intelligent person, he suddenly realized that they should not stay there, as it is a kingdom of fools. When they had cooked and eaten, the guru realized that this was a kingdom of fools and it would not be a good idea for them to stay there. This is no place for us. Let's go, he said to his disciple. But the disciple did not want to leave the place. Everything was cheap here. All he wanted was good, cheap food. The guru said. Now let's see what he said. Now the guru told his disciple, they're all fools, this won't last very long and you can't tell what they will do to you next. Okay, so the guru had given advice to his disciple that they are a fool. Here there are foolish people are living here, and where the foolishness is there, people and the kingdom won't last very long. So, and because you don't know that what might be happening to you next. But the disciple would not listen to the guru's wisdom. He wanted to stay. Now disciple, he loves food and in a very cheap he was getting the best food. So he told his guru that he would like to stay there only. The guru finally gave up and said, do what you want, I am going, and left. Now the guru finally, he took the decision about himself. He told, I am going to go. If you want to stay here, you stay. And then guru left. The disciple stayed on, ate his fill every day, bananas and ghee and rice and wheat, and grew fat like a street side sacred bull. Now children, guru, he was getting all good thing in a very cheap price, so he was eating a lot. So he used to eat bananas and ghee, rice and wheat, and children, he grew very fat. Okay, he was like a street side sacred bull. One bright day, a thief broke into a rich merchant house. Now, children, here the story has some turning point. Okay, one bright day, a thief broke into a rich merchant house. He had made a hole in the wall and sneaked in. So, what happened? The Guru gave advice. To his disciple that this is a city of fool and anything can happen to you anytime. So it's better we should leave. But since the disciple he loves food, he told that he don't want to leave because there is no such place in the world where the food is so cheap. Well, anyway, he stayed. Now, children, what happened? One bright day, a thief broke into a rich merchant's house. He had made the hole in the wall and sneaked in. Sneak means he went inside the house. Okay, so what happened? A thief was there in the kingdom of fool and he wanted to do stealing. So he had made a hole in a rich merchant house. Okay, and he went there for stealing. He had made a hole in the wall and sneaked. Sneak means he very quietly he came inside the house. Sneaked. And as he was carrying out his loot, the wall of the old house collapsed on his head and killed him on the spot. Children, write the meaning of sneaked. Sneak means get in without being noticed. To get inside the house without being noticed. Now, when he was collected his whole thing, loot means the stolen good here, and when he was going outside, the whole wall of it was an old house, the old wall of the old house collapsed means fell down, and unfortunately it fell on his head and killed him on the spot. He was killed on the spot. Now, his brother came to know about this and he ran to the king and complained about it. He told, "Your Highness, when my brother was pursuing his ancient trade, a wall fell on him and killed it." Now he told the king that when his brother was following his ancient trade, what was their ancient trade? Yes, it was stealing or looting the house. So, the wall fell and my brother is dead. So, the merchant, now this is due to the merchant. He should have built a good strong wall. You must punish the wrongdoer and compensate the family for this injustice. Compensate means to give something to balance the loss. Okay, so he told the king that some compensation should be given to his family and some justice should be done because the family is going through the injustice. The king said, "Justice will be done. Don't worry." And at once summoned the owner of the house. Summon means to call. So he told, just call the owner of the house and let's see what he's doing. When the merchant arrived, the king questioned him, "What's your name?" "Such and such, your highness." He told his name. "Were you at home when the dead man burgled your house?" Now he was telling that when you were at home when this burgled means enter to steal. He came to his house for stealing. So the king is asking, were you there at home when this man sneaked to your house to burgled? He told, yes, I was very much there. He broke in and the wall was weak. He told he broke the wall and the wall was so weak that it fell on him. The accused pleads guilty. Now children, the accused told that he is guilty conscious. Pleads means request. Guilty means wrongdoer. Now the king told that your wall killed the man's brother. You have murdered a man. We have to punish you. In other words, he was accused. Okay, he was accused of what? He was accused that your wall had killed the thief, and this man's brother, he died, and indirectly you have murdered a man. So we have to punish you for that. Lord, said the helpless merchant, I did not put up the wall. It's really the fault of the man who built the wall. He did not build it right. You should punish him. Now he told that it was not my fault. I did not break the wall. The wall broke because it was made by the builder, and it was his fault that he did not build it right. He should be punished. Who is that? The king asked, who is that builder? My lord, this wall was built in my father's time. I know the man. He is an old man now. He lives nearby. Now he told that I know a man who was he did not build this wall recently. This wall was built in my father's time, and I know the man now. Yes, when he was building the wall he was young, but now he has become an old man, and he lives nearby our house. The king sent out messenger to bring in the bricklayer who had built the wall. So the king asked the bricklayer. Bricklayer means one who lays brick, to build house. So the bricklayer was called, and he was called in front of the king. Let's see what the king had to say. You there, did you build this man's wall in his father's time? Yes, my lord, I did. Now that old man was born, and the king asked him, did you break this? Did you build this wall? He accepted that he had built the wall. What kind of a wall is this that you built? It has fallen on a poor man and killed him. You have murdered him. We have to punish you by death. Now the king told that what type of wall you had made? You have killed a poor man, and this is thus he had died due to your wall. So actually you are a murderer here. We have to punish you by death. Before the king could order the execution, the poor bricklayer pleaded, please listen to me before you give your orders. Now children, before the king could order the execution, the poor bricklayer pleaded, please listen to me before you give your order. Now children, when the king was going to give him the order of execution means to kill, the poor bricklayer pleaded means to requested, please listen to me before you give your orders. It's true, I built the wall and it was no good. He is telling he accepted that he had built the wall which is really not very good. It's true, I built this wall and it was not good, but that was because my mind was on it. So he was telling that I was not able to pay concentration because I remember very well a dancing girl, because he knew very well that a dancing girl was there who just because of her he was not able to concentrate on that wall. It has fallen on a poor burglar and killed him. Now the king told that, see, whatever, but it had fallen on poor burglar and it had killed him. You have killed an innocent man, you will have to be punished. Now he told you have killed an innocent man and you have to be punished. She thought for a minute and said, my lord, wait, I know now why I was walking up and down that street. Now she also gave some excuse. She was also called, that girl. She told, I know I was walking up and down that street. I had given some gold to the goldsmith to make some jewelry for me. He was a lazy scoundrel. He made so many excuses. Now she told, but it was not my fault actually. It was the fault of that jeweler to whom I had given some gold to the goldsmith to make some jewelry for me. He was a lazy scoundrel. Scoundrel means an evil person, an evil person. So he was not a good person. He made so many excuses. Now he did not. So he will give it. He made so many excuses that he is giving me the jewelry now and then, but he never could. But he never gave. He would give it then and so on all day. Whole day I have to walk to him, and whole day he made me run by telling, okay, I'm giving you. He made me walk up and down to his house a dozen times, and that's why she requested the king that was the reason that she has to walk up and down to his house a dozen times. That was when this bricklayer saw me. And children, At that time this bricklayer saw me. It's not my fault, my lord, it is the damn goldsmith fault. Now she told, it's not my fault, it is the fault of the goldsmith. So children, with this I end my first part of the video here, and the other remaining part I will discuss, I will explain you in the second part of the video. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.